what's up? What's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is one that I'm super hype about. These are my tips and tricks on how to get ready fast. Let's keep it G. Let's be straight up. Okay, so in the morning, we hit the snooze, and we truck it out of bed. And then, you slowly start getting ready, go upstairs, look to your makeup area, start putting your makeup on. And 9 times out of 10, we have minimal time. We are either rushing because, like myself, have to take my dogs for walks. You have children, gotta get them set, or you're just always hustling and bustling in the morning. It's not realistic for us to sit down and just take our time doing our makeup, doing the contour, wing liner. All that stuff is just not practical. You guys know me, you know my style. My makeup style is for the everyday woman. This is very realistic, it's very minimal, it's very, I like my little natural glam. You don't have to do a lot to have the natural glam. So this is the look that I have on today, and I did this in maybe 5 to 8 minutes. It doesn't take long at all. Alright, so keep in mind throughout this video that these are just my personal tips and tricks. The cool thing about it is there's no right or wrong. There's no formula that's gonna work for everybody. So take something from it, add it to your routine, try it out. Also, my skin type and my skin needs are different, and that's gonna play a huge part in this. So let's go ahead and jump into it. The first thing that I'm gonna tell you guys is pick 3 to 5 products that you cannot go without. It is a must. You gotta have it. No, you don't walk out the door without it. This is where it's going to be fun because everybody's 3 to 5 or 6 products, whatever the case may be, it's going to be different. Now, here's the kicker. When picking those key products, those products that you can't go without, you got to be realistic. You have to be realistic. Look in the mirror, have a gut check, say, yo, okay, check it. Are these products, are these items something that I can do in 5 to 10 minutes? Because I'm gonna be straight up with you. Cream contouring and wing liner, all that stuff takes time. And then also, who does that every day? I would guarantee, just guessing, I'm just gonna guess, I'm going to guess that out of my subscribers, out of all of you guys that are watching me right now, I'm going to guess that probably 90% of you don't do that on a regular basis. Just saying, me myself, I work in the beauty industry. I'm a hairstylist. I have to make sure I'm together at all times when I'm at work, when I'm doing hair, when I'm doing makeup on my clients. I don't do that. That is not my everyday routine. It's not practical. It's just no. It's a no for me, dog. So be straight up with yourself. Now, the products are going to vary for everybody. Please keep in mind, these are just my products. This is what works for me. Everyone's skin needs are different. So someone might have dark circles. Someone might have acne scarring. Somebody might have rosacea. Someone might not have brows. Me, I don't have brows. So it's going to be different. So my products that I cannot, absolutely will not walk out the door with. First things first. Gotta have concealer. I need my concealer to get up in the dark circles under here, and then I will spot conceal with my concealer. So since I'm just kind of going over dark circles and spot concealing with my concealer, no, you don't want anything that's like a highlight. You know, the Instagram super bright under eye highlight, that super fleeky look. I'm not into that look personally. If you like that, then you go right ahead. But for me, I don't like it. Pick a concealer that matches your skin tone really well, because if you do that, you won't have any transitions or lines that kind of gives away, oh, wait a second, you have on concealer, you have something else going on. Because if you go too bright, especially if you're going to try to spot conceal, all it is going to do is just make that spot brighter and your skin tone's going to look uneven. So, concealer. Since I'm using concealer as one of my products, I have to have a powder. I kind of have the concealer and powder as one product just simply because if you're using anything that's a liquid, a cream, you have to set it with the powder unless you are someone that has dry skin. So if you have dry skin, you can kind of get away with maybe not setting your concealer or maybe not setting your liquid foundation if foundation is one of your products. But for me, I like to use a translucent powder. That is something that I have to do with my concealer, otherwise it's going to shift, it's it's gonna budge, it's not gonna stay in place. Also, the reason why I use translucent powder is I am an oily girl. Skin prep, I forgot to mention, skin prep's already done. Like skin prep, I feel like needs to be done no matter if you're wearing makeup or not. So that's just the basic cleansing, moisturizing, priming, that doesn't count. That's just basic hygiene as far as I'm concerned. So translucent powder, I have to set the concealer that I have on my face, and then after that I need to make sure that I have some oil control going on, otherwise it's gonna be a hot mess. Now after I have on my translucent powder and I've concealed, I'm one-dimensional. I am flat. I feel like everyone needs to have something on to bring them back to life. And my next step for me would be bronzing. Bronzing is quick. Bronzing is not strategic. Bronzing isn't precise. Bronzing, if you get a little bit sloppy, it's okay, because with bronzing, you just want to make sure that you're bringing your skin back to life. I have a video on the difference between contouring and bronzing, so if you're curious, go ahead and check that out. Bronzer is great. I love it. It's going to give you a flush of color. It's going to bring you back to life, and it's super easy to do, and I can do it in 10 to 15 seconds. It doesn't take long. Also, if you are someone where you're like, oh my gosh, I can't go a day without contouring my face, it has to be one of my products. Okay, try not the contour and try bronzing. Concealer, powder, bronzer. Next step after this for me, brows. Okay, this is something that I feel like we all should do. Brow grooming. I don't care if you have the greatest brows in the world, or if you have very, very fine brows like myself. If you have very, very nicely full, thick brows, still brush them, put your brow gel on so they're not out of control. If you are someone that doesn't really have a lot of brows, but you do have to fill them in, that's okay, but I feel like this is where people go wrong with their brows, especially if you have to do a little bit more work to them. Stop trying to create a dramatic Instagram brow. Stop giving yourself a brow that doesn't fit your face structure. That's where it goes wrong. Brows don't have to be perfect and precise and concealed under the bottom and on top. You don't have to do that. You want it to look nice and natural. Naturally, no one's brows are striped and stamped on their face. So if you're doing it and it gets a little messy, that's okay, because it's a simple look. It's just more of a natural look. A lot of people go wrong, I feel, when they start trying to really be super strategic and give you that strong artificial brow. That will mess you up in a hot minute, and also that takes too long. Just go underneath your brow, do your light strokes, pull it through with the spoolie, and keep it moving. The more you sit there and finagle and mess with it, you are going to stress yourself out. Me personally, I like to use a pencil, but if brows are something that you kind of struggle with, use a brow powder. I feel like brow powder is super dummy proof. It's hard to mess it up, and if you mess it up, you can easily brush it away. So just my little 2 cents on brows. Now the next couple of things here, these are things that I do because I can work them in super quick. I know sometimes when you already have a flawless face, your eyes can sometimes get lost. Skipping eyeshadow altogether will save you so much time. I know for myself, I'm an eyeshadow junkie and I love it. However, if I need to get going out the door, I will totally skip it all together and just go the route of bronzer in the crease. I love the trick where you take bronzer and you just kind of put that in the crease of your eye, because I feel like it still warms it up and it adds just enough dimension. It's not going to do anything to where you're going to start having to crease color, transition color. It's not going to do any of that at all. Just going to give you a subtle dimension. And then something else that I like to do is I'll take a highlighter. This is the only time that I probably ever really do highlighter. If I have to do like a really simple, minimal, get out the door look, I will put a little highlighter on just to kind of give me a little extra something, because I have minimal stuff on my skin. This is where highlighter comes in. So once I've got the bronzer in my crease, I'll take some highlighter with the same brush, my MAC 224, and I'll either pat it on with my finger and then blend it out, or I'll just stick my brush in there and just put it all over the lid. That's just gonna give your eyes a nice, bright, and awake look. Speaking of nice, bright, and awake, this is something that I love to do too. I'll take my NYX Wonder Pencil and I will put this only in the waterline. Recently, for a minute, for a minute now, I just simply have not been into eyeliner. It's not my thing. Again, a lot of people are different, you know? So if you already are someone that has maybe like a bulbous eye or big eyes or wide set eyes, putting the white liner in your waterline is just going to intensify that. So if you have like a smaller set eye, a hooded eye, a monolid, or just like your basic almond shaped eye, this will brighten you up. But if you are someone that has like a bulbous wide set, then you want to make sure that maybe you're doing the opposite and either skipping out on liner or contouring it with a little bit of liner, just simply because it will just close it out. It'll just close it and break it in just a little bit. And the last part for the eyes that I can't go without is mascara. I love mascara. My favorite mascara right now is the Benefit Bad Girl Bang. I've been hearing a lot of not so good things about it, but here's my theory on it. I already naturally have curly eyelashes. My lashes already go up, so I don't ever have to curl mine. All the people that I have personally noticed that say they don't like it, their eyelashes are bone straight and they kind of hang down. So maybe if you're someone that has a straighter lash or a lash that goes down, maybe the formula is too heavy for your lashes. But if you have curlier lashes or lashes that kind of naturally sit upright, you might like it. But I'm obsessed with it. I love this mascara. It just kind of wings out everything. Also with lashes, I'm not someone that goes for long lashes. I prefer to see more thickness and bulk with my lashes. Again, if you're someone that's a falsie person and you can just put on falsies really quick, do your thing. Me, I'm not. I only wear falsies if I feel like my look calls for it or if I'm going out, but I'm not a falsie girl. And then last but not least, lips. In my favorite products for spring video, I was really hitting hard on light eyes and bold lips. If I need to make it look like I've done something, that's what I do. So if we just kind of take away this lip here, it literally looks like I don't really have too much going on. So if you're someone that's not into bold lip, just go with your basic gloss. So you can go with the NYX Butter Gloss, you can go with the ABH, or any kind of standard gloss and be out the door. But me personally, because of what I do, I need to look a little bit more together. I will do super minimal makeup and put on a bold look. It's so funny because my clients always think that I have done the most, that I have spent so much time on my makeup, and I'm like, nah, dog, this was done in 8 minutes. Like, and the color that I have on my lips now, it's an oldie but a goodie. It is a MAC lipstick in Relentlessly Red. I feel like the MAC lipsticks, the formulas are hit and miss. I feel like the more pigmented the MAC lipsticks are, the more drying they are and flaky. That's just my observation. Alright guys, so those are just a few of my tips that I do and that I give my clients to help get their makeup done a little bit faster. Again, customize this to your needs. Do what works best for you and what you're comfortable with. Everybody's going to have to take different steps, but I think the main key thing for this is if you would just go ahead and pick your 3 to 5, 3 to 6 products that you simply can't live without, you'll be good to go. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down below your thoughts on it, and also I want everybody to tell me their 3 to 5 products that they cannot simply go without. I'm always curious. Also, I always end up finding a couple product recommendations along the way. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.